Hi there, welcome to this video. I hope that you are doing fine. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to declare wealth for the Public Service Commission. And in this video, we're going to use a teacher as an example. So without further ado, let's get started. So first you'll visit the TSC portal and then come to online services and click on teachers online. It will bring you to this portal. Here we have different services, but we are interested in declaration of income and assets. So you'll click on that and it will bring you here. After you are here, you'll click on wealth declaration and you give it some time to load. It is going to load this. So it's giving you general information, that is section A. You can read through this, but what we are interested here is the starting date, which is 2023 November 1 to 31st of October 2025. So I want you to click on biannual declaration. Biannual means 2 years, so we are declaring for 2 years. We need to fill in our basic information. So you will fill in the basic information for the civil servant, and in this case we are using a teacher. So you'll put in the email address. After the email address, you'll put in what you need to fill. Okay, so this section I'm going to fast forward because of time, but you'll fill in the required details. And after you fill in the required details, you'll now click on next. Then you give it a moment. Now we move to this section where you need now to declare your income, assets, and liabilities. And you can read about the income here. It's not only limited to salary. We have other forms of income streams which you need to declare. In this case, we are going to declare salary. So I want you to move to description, and here you are going to write salary. And we need the approximate amount. And here you enter the value amount of the above described item, that is for the 2 years. Okay, so we will need the help of the TPay portal. So we are going to log into TPay. So I log out this and quickly log in. Just use the TSC number and the password for the payslip. Here we are interested in the P9 form and at some point the payslip. So we will quickly log in, and after logging in, I want you now to hover on and come and click on latest P9 form, and it is going to load. And here is the P9 form for the year 2024. So I want you to come to the column of taxable pay. This is the gross salary for the monthly salary. So I want you to take the subtotals, because now we are taking the whole year, the whole of 2024. Remember, it is from 2023 to 2025. So we are taking the whole of 2024. So you'll take the subtotals, and after that, you'll write this figure somewhere else. Then come to, again, view payslips, and now click on 2023. And here in 2023, we are taking the month of November and December. Remember, it begins November 1 to, October 31st, 2025. So we are going to take November and December in this case. So you will add the two figures and then come back to view P9. And when you check here, we do not have the P9 form for 2025. So you'll go back and now use the payslip. So you'll click on 2025 and January. In 2025, you're taking from January to October. And we are going to take the total earnings for the months of January through October. So we're going to look for, again, 2025 March, for example. I'm just looking at the total earnings. So you'll be adding these figures, okay? And then you come back and check for another month and for another month and for another month until you have January through October. And once you have all the figures now, you will add to get the grand total, which is now going to be added here, the approximate amount for the 2 years. So I already added, I'm going to put it just like that. If then you have any other income stream, you will come and click on add or save income. But if you do not have, just click on next. Here we now need to fill the assets. We are going to move to liabilities. Liabilities are things like mortgage, like outstanding loan. So in this case, my client had an outstanding loan. So we are going to put here outstanding loan, and then you are going to put here the approximate amount. So it is 1.2 million shillings. And after that, I want you to click on next. Okay, so here it is going now to ask for dependent info. So we are going to start with the spouse. So you start with the first name of the spouse, followed by the middle name of the spouse, and lastly, the last name of the spouse. You'll click here to choose the relation, and you'll put here the ID number for your spouse, which you're going to do pretty quick. Okay, then after doing that, you'll choose the gender, and you see we have spouse and children under the age of 18 years. So if you have children under the age of 18 years, you'll come and scroll down and click on add or save. So we'll click on next. And here now is section F. You'll give other relevant information and declaration. So for example, say in the assets you put there, you have sugarcane plantation. And so you have gross pay for the 2 years from sugarcane produce. And maybe you did not plant that sugarcane on your land. You leased somewhere land, or it is land belonging to your father or your parents. So you will have to say it here that the land that I planted on sugarcane was not my land. It was my parents' land, or I leased that land. So that is relevant information, okay, about the assets. For this case, we do not have any relevant information to declare. So you'll just keep this section because it's not a must for you to fill it. So we'll click on next, and then it's going to load. So here is the last section where you are asked to fill the witness. That is section G. Now here we'll use the spouse as the witness. Again, we are going to write the first name and the last name, and then the middle name. And then we are also going to move down and write the address, and we are going to do that pretty quick. Okay. Just like that, and then we'll put here the ID passport number. It can be an ID number or passport number. Then you'll click here to just say that the information you're giving is true, and then save the witness. Then it will save the witness. After saving the witness, now you can be able to submit this wealth declaration. Once you submit, a message will be sent to the owner of the account. And again, you're going to be given this document, which shows that you have declared your wealth for the 2 years. All you need now to do is to print for the client and give him or her the hard copy. And if you're doing it virtually, you'll download the document and send it to them. I hope that this video helped you, and if that is the case, you already know what to do. Boop that like button so that this video can be pushed to more people who are searching for this topic. And if you enjoy my general content, feel very free to subscribe with the notifications on so that you do not miss any video that we post on this channel. Otherwise, you can click, I think, this side of the screen to watch our next video. And until then, please make sure that you keep creating. Peace.